Hello everybody and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. This pack is medium. We have a couple blue dual lands, which is not bad. I would much prefer to take a Triome first pick than one of these lands, even though these lands are better in constructed formats because you just don't know exactly what you want. A Sultai land is almost as good as both of these combined. But they're still solid first picks. Both of the blue cards are fine. I think I would take the Sphinx first. Entomb is very good. And then there's Strip Mine. And I think Strip Mine is actually the pick here. It's just so versatile. It goes in pretty much any deck, and it's the best card in some decks. It can win games on its own. It's good early and late. It's just really versatile, whereas every other card here is the... I mean, these two are also versatile, but Entomb is only good in one deck. Yeah, I'll take the Strip Mine. Okay. So this card plays at its best in a few different decks. It's good in aggressive decks where you're just trying to like aggro them out. So red and white decks primarily. And it's good in decks that can recur it, like green decks with Ren and 6 and Ramanep Excavator. What do we want here? There's Temple Garden, and I actually think Strip Mine is like Naya is a really good Strip Mine color combination. You could take Sunbaked Canyon. Could just take the Library. It doesn't really play with Strip Mine, but it sets up really well to have, like, that's two very powerful colorless lands, so if we do end up in a monocolored deck, that's going to be a really good addition. We could take, like, Firebolt or Cathar Commando or Skull Clamp, but these are all... Skull Clamp is a card you can build around to some extent, but these are just, like, decent cards. They're kind of replaceable. I think I'm going to take the Library here, stay open, see what seems like the most open lane. Okay, there's the Ren and 6. So we could take that. Yeah, I'll take the Ren and 6 here. It's not great with Library, but I think that's still the pick if we already have Strip Mine. Given that we got the Rendo, I sort of wish that I'd taken one of the Naya lands in the last pack. That's fine. We'll take the Ren. Other than this, there's like, I mean, Reanimate for the Entomb, and then a couple white aggro cards that are decent. I think I'd probably take the Adeline, but let's take the Ren. Okay, there's a Raging Ravine. There's also Mana Drain and Thoughtseize and Exhume, so Reanimator's open, but I think given what we have so far, Raging Ravine makes the most sense. Yeah, we'll take that. Maybe we can wheel Garrick. Now there's a Polluted Delta and a Lava Claw Reaches. That is close. I guess I'll take the Polluted Delta. It doesn't really work with Ren and 6 particularly well, but fetch lands are good with Ren and 6, and we could get Triomes, we could be splashing blue. It's just good to have access to fetch lands. Okay, there's another fetch land that I'm more excited about, a green fetch land. Eternal Witness is good as well, but I think this is the pick. Yeah. Okay. Now there's Knight of Autumn if we're playing white, but we don't have any particular pull to white other than the fact that Naya tends to be an open deck. We could take Botanical Sanctum if we think we're going to be playing blue, but I think I'm just going to take the Elvish Mystic here. There's also Ravagers of War, I guess. But I think I'd rather take the Mystic. Getting a one-drop Accelerant that late is really nice. Now there's another Accelerant, and there's also Pest Infestation. I think I'm actually going to take the Infestation here. I love Finhorn Elves, but especially if we're trying to attack their mana, like Wasteland will be a high pick. We would take Avalanche Riders. I think that's going to be a part of our game plan here. That makes dealing with artifacts more important, because if they just play like turn 1 Landmark Signet, and you don't blow up the artifacts, blowing up their lands is not that effective. Okay, we have the Scrubland. Does this help us? Not really. I mean, it lets us get black-white, but we just don't have any black or white cards. There's Nurturing Peatland, which is good with the Ren, but I think I'll take the Dryad here, actually. Yeah, we'll take this. It's good with Ren and 6, and it's good if we're trying to do land shenanigans. Now I'll take a Sunbaked Canyon. Great pickup. I think we take the Vraska here. That could actually be pretty good. We have 2 black fetch lands, and it plays fairly well with Ren and 6. Also another way to blow up their artifact mana. So I like the start. We have a lot of good lands. Garrick is a good pickup. Yeah, that's a very good pickup. The main things I'm looking for here are, first of all, some fetchable lands that help us out. So, like the Jund Triome would be sweet. Ooh, Elvish Reclaimer's great. That can find the strip mine. Rory's Wake. But yeah, so like two Triomes maybe, or two just good fetchable lands. One or two more fetches, Wasteland, and then maybe some removal. Okay, there's a channel, but we don't have any channel things right now. Like we could speculate on this card and try and wheel Emrakul or something like that, and I would take it if there was no Bloodstained Mire in the pack. But with the Mire, I think we just got to take this. Another fetch land that's half on color for Ren. Yeah, having three fetch lands is amazing this early. And then maybe we can wheel like Scavenging Ooze or Glorybringer. But yeah, we'll take the fetch. My Kingdom for a Jund Triome. That is what we're looking for. Alright, good pack here. This is a blue-white-red land, so that doesn't really help us if we're going Jund. Breeding Pool could help us, but pretty easy Ragavan here. Ragavan is amazing. We're hoping to play red. Yeah, just a broken magic card. And it's one of those category of cards that I really like that gets better the better your opponent's deck is. So, you know, if they're just playing a bunch of 3/3s for 3 mana, then like Ragavan gets blocked easily, one. But also like it's not that exciting if you hit them. But if you hit them and they're playing Ancestral Recall and Time Walk, then it's a huge swing. Okay, great Taiga here. That makes Verdant Catacombs and Bloodstained Mire both get red-green. I wouldn't mind Faithless Looting, but we gotta make sure the mana works here. There's a chance this comes around, but I don't want to risk it. And especially given that we just took a Ragavan, we really want to maximize our red sources of mana on turn 1. Okay, so we don't actually have any white stuff right now. We could take the Sacred Foundry to enable the white splash, try and wheel Armageddon maybe. But I think I'm just going to take the Escape to the Wilds. There's a chance this comes around, but I really want it. It helps us to dig for Strip Mine, and it's just a great card advantage engine in a color combination that doesn't have a ton of card advantage. So yeah, we'll take that pretty happily. Okay, there's the Jetmir's Garden. There's also Swords of Plowshares, but again, we don't have the white mana yet. Plow Under would be good, but I guess this is just another red-green land. It doesn't really help us. There's no fetch lands there's no fetch lands. Well, okay, Polluted Delta could grab this. Oh no, it actually can't. Yeah, maybe we do just take the Plow Under then. Yeah, I think I'll take the Plow Under here. Add to the mana denial plan. Now we could take Ob Nixilis, Nahiri, Huntmaster, all decent multicolored cards, and then there's Dragon's Rage Channeler. I think we take the Nissa, though. Yeah, Nissa's really good. Not much for us here. We could speculate on Gaia's Cradle. It's not good yet, but it could become good, and I like having access to situationally powerful lands like this when we have Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, we'll take the Cradle. Ooh, Field of the Dead and Crucible of Worlds. And Bayou, but yeah, wow, really good pack. I actually think we might take the Field. I do like Crucible a lot. We have the fetch lands, we have Strip Mine. Actually, maybe with the Strip Mine, that's just too good. Yeah, close pick, because Field of the Dead would be phenomenal in this deck as well. But I think Crucible of Worlds is probably too good to pass. Also, Inferno Titan is good. Hornet Queen. A lot of really good cards in this pack, but I'll take the Crucible. Alright, Glorybringer. Pretty great late pickup. So we might end up just cutting black here. We'll see. We only have the one Vraska. Let's take Pack Rat, I guess, for the board. Late Teferi, but we're not a Teferi deck at this point. I wouldn't mind a few more cheap plays, whether that's more accelerants or cheap burn spells, things like that. Not much for us here. I think I'm just going to take the Time Spiral because it's a powerful card. None of the other cards are ever going to get played. I guess maybe we could play Wishclaw Talisman. Unlikely, though. Now I'll take a Sacred Foundry. Yeah, that could help us. Corrosive Portal is actually pretty good. I think we'll maybe play that in the main deck. It's more card draw for us. But we need to get some accelerants to really make that good. Okay, late Nahiri, that's pretty sweet if we are playing white. Right now we have 1, 2... I guess only 3 free white sources. Ooh, Soul Ring. Okay. That's sweet. I mean, 2 fetch lands that would be amazing for us as well. Bone Crusher Giant, Boros Signet, Cultivate. A lot of good stuff for us here, but pretty easy Soul Ring. This is a good Soul Ring deck. We have a lot of 4s and 5s that playing on turn 2 or 3, they can take over a game pretty quick. And then there's a slim chance Wooded Foothills comes around. I'm not going to count on that, but it would be sweet. Okay, into the Triome. Black, white, green. That seems pretty helpful. It doesn't have red mana, but we can find it off the Polluted Delta. Yeah, I think that seems good. There's also Mana Leak as a good card, but I don't think we're taking that here. We could take a Braid. I guess, yeah, it's really between a Braid and the Triome. There's also Chrome Mox, but I don't think we really need Chrome Mox. I do like a Braid a lot. Actually, we should probably take the Braid. We don't have any cheap removal. Yeah, I think we got to take this. Sorry, Triome. Hopefully we can get another Triome. Okay, not the best pack for us here. We could just take Mizzy Mortars, I guess. There's also Wall of Roots, but I think I'd rather have the Mortars. Ooh, close pick here. So we have a Jund land, which is really nice. There's Layla, though, which is incredible. Mind Twist is incredible, and Arid Mesa. Very, very close. Basically, how much do we want to play? So if we take the Mind Twist, it's going to be a little bit hard to cast. We don't have that much black fixing. So I kind of feel like we need to take the Proving Ground before we take the black card. Could just take Arid Mesa, cut black, and just play white. Or we could just take the Proving Ground. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Arid Mesa, though. Yeah, this gives us really good mana. And with both Wrenn and 6 and Crucible of Worlds, we're very incentivized to have a lot of fetch lands. Yeah, close pick, but I'm going to take the Mesa. Okay. Ashiok is good, but not what we're doing here. We could take Manamorphose just to, like, fix our mana. We could take Mirror Battlesphere as a win condition. I think we should take the Manamorphose. Yeah, that seems solid. Ooh, Tireless Tracker and Seasoned Pyromancer. Both really, really good cards for us. I think I like Seasoned Pyromancer better in general, but in this deck, I think Tracker is better since we have so many fetch lands and just like land synergies in general. Close pick, though. I do love Seasoned Pyromancer. Ooh, okay, Late Exploration. Is this an exploration deck? I think it might be. There's also, I guess General Ferris isn't really good for us. And then Embereth Shieldbreaker is good, but let's take the exploration. Wow, that's amazing. I saw the Garruk Relentless and I was happy, but I mean, this is just the best thing we could get really late. We have Exploration and Dryad to play multiple lands. 2 things to let us replay lands from our graveyard. So we have a lot of redundancy. 4 fetch lands with 2 fetchables, red, white, red, green. I don't think any of these cards are really playable. We're not going to be splashing blue at this point. So, let's just take a Burgi, which can be like a card. Well, actually, no, I'll take Elishnorn. Situational sideboard card that just wins some matchups. Okay, I think we take Oust. How's our white mana? Guess we're not playing this Polluted Delta, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free white sources. Yeah, I think I'll take the Oust. Tameo, not really a card we can play. So we'll take this for the board. Whoa! Whoa, these both came around. Okay, so let's think. If we get this, then Polluted Delta kind of helps us to fix. But I don't really want to play Polluted Delta with only 1 target to fetch. And Layla is just that good, so I think I will take the Layla here. Right, Woe Strider, maybe a card we want out of the board. This deck seems sweet. We could play 18 lands, and that's a pretty high land count, but with Exploration and Dryad, and then all of our value lands, I think that's good. I do wish we had the Field of the Dead, but Crucible of Worlds is going to be good. Yeah, this deck seems sweet. It's not an archetype I draft very often, but this is a really good build of it. We ended up with a good curve, some nice win conditions, good interaction. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how this goes. We could be doing a lot of wastelanding here. We're not playing Guy's Cradle here. Let's start like this and then see our color combination. So we're solidly heavier on the green. These go both ways, so it's 12 to 9. For green sources, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's actually kind of bad. I would like one more. For red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's more than we need, so I think we can make one exchange here. And for white, we have... See, our only fetchable white land is Sacred Foundry, so this doesn't get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll run it like this. This deck seems really sweet. I'm excited to see how it goes. See you in round 1. Alright, we have our opponent for round 1. Playing some Naya Land Destruction. Not a common Vintage Cube archetype for me. On the draw here, unfortunately, against King Rasta 420. Fun name. This is a really good hand. Wow, this is a perfect hand. I wish we were on the play, of course, but Exploration into Raging Ravine on turn 1. Then we can play turn 2 Layla or Tireless Tracker and then get to hit an additional land drop. This is going to be my first time ever casting Exploration, actually, in any format. Keep. Alright, another solid draw. Play our Exploration, get our second land into play. It would actually be devastating if they played Force of Will on this, but they don't have it. That's good. I think I'm going to play Tracker next turn before Layla. It's close, but we can get a guaranteed card off the Tracker, and we can't get a guaranteed card off the Layla. And the longer we wait, the more likely we are to get a guaranteed card off of this in the first attack, because we'll just have more mana. Ooh, Renin 6. Good draw. Still playing the Tracker, though. So with Exploration in play, it's not too bad to just crack the Sunbaked Canyon and then replay it. Okay, they have the Fatal Push, but that's fine. Good thing we didn't go for Layla. They could have Fatal Pushed it before we got the attack in. What is this? Season Pyromancer? Goblin Rebel Blaster. Okay. So Renin 6 is fine against that. We'll see what we draw. Actually, I guess it's not that good. We can kill the token, but they'll still have the Rabble. We need to find a removal spell. Let's start by playing Layla and attacking. And then really hope to hit land. We're playing 18 lands, so we have a high mana count. Oh, perfect draw. So we can play Renin 6 and get value if we want to. Yeah, let's just do that. Put a bunch of lands into play. They'll be able to kill our Ren, but with a bunch of lands and like Escape to the Wilds, we can hopefully find a good answer to the Rabble Master. And the Ren will also soak up some damage here. Rabble Master is a quick clock, so we need to address that soonish. Yep, this happens. So we lose our Ren. We take 2. Course of Portal, okay. We have a couple answers for that. Given that we have the Nissa, we're going to grab... Oh, wait. Well, we have to grab a forest, but I was going to want to grab a forest either way. Library of Alexandria. Not really what we wanted, so let's go... Start with Nissa. Well... Actually, playing Nissa doesn't do that much. Okay, let's start by attacking with Layla. See what we hit. We need to find a removal spell, but we have a lot of cards to look at. Elvish Reclaimer, okay, that's fine. Let's play Escape to the Wilds. Whoa, we hit Strip Mine and Wasteland. Actually, there's a lot of good hits here, so let's go... No removal spells. So one option is to go... Actually, probably the best option is just to go Reclaimer and then play both Wasteland and Strip Mine and put them way back on lands. And the Reclaimer is going to grow. So Wasteland. And then Strip Mine. And then we can even play an additional land because of Exploration and Escape to the Wild. So we'll just get Sacred Foundry into play tapped and pass. And now they don't really have attacks. If they can kill the Elvish Reclaimer, we're going to be in kind of rough shape, but still not that bad. And then if we find Crucible of Worlds, we can start going off and just put them down to 0 lands. It'll be kind of interesting if they vote for Carnage. They don't, though. So we don't really have any value lands to get with Elvish Reclaimer here, unfortunately. We already have our man land to play in both of our destroy lands and graveyard. We don't have... And then I guess like Library of Alexandria doesn't help us. They play Demonic Tutor, but that's not that scary with only 1 mana. I guess if they have Bloodchief's Thirst, they could kill the Elvish Reclaimer and then hit us for a lot of damage. What would that be? 3 goblins swinging, so Rabble is 5, so that's 8. Putting us to 5. We do have a few looks next turn to draw some more action. We can crack the Clue, crack the Sunbaked Canyon, and then also take our draw step. This exploration has been just phenomenal for us. Okay, looks like... Oh, they do attack with a Rabble, so I'll happily take this trade. We will take 3. Oh, we actually have 4 card draw because of the Layla as well. Mizzy Mortars, great draw. Start by... I think we play Nissa here. Yeah, I'll play Nissa first. And then swing with both. Plow under, savage. Okay, that should end the game. So we go land, land, plow under. And then we'll just pass. We can crack the Clue end of turn, but yeah, that's game. Okay, sweet. So good start. We're playing against black-red mid-range or black-red aggro. Unclear if they're doing some sort of reanimator thing, but they have some removal, some card draw, some aggressive creatures. Should be a fairly good matchup, though. Do we want to draw? I don't think so. We don't really have much of a sideboard. We could bring an Elishorn, but I think that's probably too bad. Yeah, let's just run it back. Alright, good hand. Not as explosive as the last hand that had exploration, but definitely going to keep it. We have a removal spell, we have an accelerant. Drive the Elysian Grove was a really bad draw. Hopefully we can hit, like, I guess Ren and 6 would be our best draw here. And Ren and 6 would be just phenomenal. Okay, they kill our Mystic, and we draw another brick. Okay, well, this is looking pretty bad now. We're playing 18 lands and Soul Ring, so way over half of our deck is lands, 17 to 14. Night's Whisper, okay. Not cracking this Verdant Catacombs end of turn because we desperately want to draw lands. And we do. I think I will just jam this Dryad. It's pretty bad here. We don't have any extra lands to play, but it lets us get a dude down on the board. We can attack with it and block with it, and then if we do find, like, Crucible of Worlds or something, then we can start going off with that. Ravenous Chupacabra, fair enough. They've gotten 2 2-for-1s now. We'll pass. Not going to braid this. If we draw a brick, we can just go back up to library, which is fine. Oh. Okay, so the question is, do we want to braid the sword? I think I'm going to just braid this, given that we have a nice answer for the sword in hand in Pest Infestation. Land. Ragavan. Okay, let's dash Ragavan. Hit them, and then if we don't like what we hit, or we don't hit something we can play, then we can destroy the sword. Mox Diamond. No point in casting that. We can't keep it around, and it would just go to their graveyard, which could help them with, like, Woe Strider or something. So we'll do that. There's an argument to keeping this around so that we can have the treasure and play something next turn, but I think it's worth it to blow this up now. It's much more mana efficient. And yeah, and I guess they could have a haste creature too. Not super likely, but it would be very bad if they hit us for the sword. There also is just real value in having the initiative on the board. Like, now we're ahead on board, not by a lot, but now any Planeswalker they play, we can attack. We can defend our Nissa. Just like when you have some creatures on the board, they're responding to you more, which is generally where you want to be. Olivia. Well, that's pretty good, but it's not too bad. So they get to bring back the Chupacabra tapped and attacking, so they'll blow up one of our guys. If we draw a land, we can play Glorybringer and exert to kill their Olivia. So then we'd be in great shape, but we do need to find a land. We have 13 lands. Nice. Alright, that is just great. So, Glorybringer. Attack and exert. Attack. So now this gets sacrificed or exiled. They're down to 7. We're in a really good spot. Batterskull. Okay, well, we don't have Glorybringer anymore. Or we don't have a Braid anymore. And Glorybringer's not untapping this turn. Ooh, interesting draw. I think I'm still going to play Escape to the Wild this turn, though. Want to hit some land drops. And keep developing. Mizzium Mortars. Excellent. So we'll go land, Mortars. And then hit for 1. And then we can threaten lethal next turn. If they could go like pick up Batterskull and replay it, and then we can beat that pretty easily. Yawgmoth's Will. Okay, that doesn't do that much. They can go like land. I guess they can kill the Glorybringer, but they're going to go really low on life. They can't really play anything else here. They know we have Ragavan, so I don't really know what their plan is here. Like Night's Whisper down to 1. Alright, they pass at 1. Let's go for... I think it's worth it to play this plow on. Okay, yeah, we'll go plow under 2 lands. And dash Ragavan. Oh, whoops. I guess the sequencing was bad there. We should have played. We should go for Ragavan first because I don't want to hit the land off the Ragavan, but I still think we're in, like, I mean, they need to have a removal spell for the Ragavan here or else they're going to die. Alright, sweet. So we take down round 1. This deck seems really powerful. See you in round 2. Alright, we have our opponent for round 2. Playing some Naya Panza and hoping for exploration into round 6 plus strip mine. Bummer. We are on the draw again. We've gone second in all 3 games thus far. Okay, really good hand. Whoa. Keep. If they just play tap land, we can go exploration into wasteland. If they don't play it, if they play it a basic, then we're not going to be able to wasteland it. But we can play coercive portal on turn 2, which is also really good. I think we're going to fire off Arid Mesa on turn 1 to grab Taiga. Island go. Alright. Pretty passive start. That was a solid draw. If they have Spell Pierce here, I'll be sad. Oh. I guess I should have used Verdant Catacombs there. Slight misplay. Now we can't fetch a white source. So if we draw Nahiri or Oust, that'll be awkward. So, few ways this could go. They play land, Signet. So we can braid that if we want to. I think it's better to just get Coercive Portal into play, though. And then the second question is, do we want to fetch now or hold it for Tireless Tracker? I think I'm going to fetch now. I don't want to shock and I don't want to reveal Wasteland. Plus, if we draw Tireless Tracker, like, there's only one card that rewards us for holding the fetch land, which is Tireless Tracker. And there's also one card that punishes us for holding it, which would be to draw that basic forest that we don't want to draw. So I'll just fetch, and if we draw Tracker, it'll still be good. Another land and portal. And then we'll see what they do this turn. They're going to have 4 mana, and we could have put them to 3, but I think getting the portal down is more important. If they played a non-basic, then we could go Wasteland plus a Braid. I would have done that, but I think this seems better. Emery. Alright. And they hit Black Lotus as well. So, good thing we didn't kill the Signet. We need to kill that Emery. They play a Wasteland of their own. Okay, they kill our land. That's fine. We have the mana advantage. So we'll vote for Homage here. And now we're drawing 2 cards a turn. Good place to be. Okay, we're going to hold off on Escape to the Wilds this turn. We're just going to go Soul Ring. I guess I'll play this first. And then a Braid. And then we're really in business here. We have tons of mana. We have 7 mana next turn at least on turn 4. And we have a lot of card draw. We're drawing 2 cards plus this. So essentially we're seeing 7 cards on the next turn. I guess they could counter the Escape to the Wilds, but we're still drawing 2. This is a great position. Ooh. Okay, let's start with Escape. Actually, no, that's really bad if they counter it. Let's play Crucible. Cryptic Command to counter draw. Sure. Now we get to get Garrick down, though. So we'll just play Garrick and make a beast. No point in untapping lands here. Definitely a good position. Treasure Cruise delving everything away. Okay. So they have a lot of cards in hand, but we have a huge mana advantage. And I think as long as we get Curse of Portal going, we'll still be in good shape. They could always go like Tinker into Blightsteel Colossus or something. And there's not a ton we can do about that, but we just want to pressure their mana, try and establish as much of a board as possible. So this shuts down this, unfortunately. But we can just kill the Narset now. Let's start with Escape to the Wilds. Playing around Spell Pierce. Nice. Okay, we can play a couple extra lands here. We can play 3 lands to be specific. So we cannot play... Oh, no, we can play... No, we can't play Nahiria and Ren. Alright. I think... Oh, wait, we have Garrick to untap lands. Okay, that's sweet. So let's go... Untap 2 lands. Play land. Play Ren. We'll return Raging Ravine. I guess I'll play this, just because we can. Add red, white. Oh, whoops! That was stupid. Doesn't really matter, but that was so we. They have the Narset, so we don't get to actually draw the card there. We'll play Nahiri. Take out their Signet. Play the Raging Ravine. And now we're just, I mean, look at this. We have 3 Planeswalkers. We're drawing 2 cards a turn. Playing 2 lands a turn. Raging Ravine. We have Wasteland looping if they ever play non-basics. I think the fact that we didn't draw a card... Oh, okay, so they do actually kill that, so they have Narset going still. That's a little bit problematic, but still, you gotta think this is a good position for us. Unless they're doing... I guess they could, like, storm off, potentially. There's the Time Twister, so they can play that. But we don't have any hands, so that would let them draw 7, and we could only draw 1 with a Narset. But that's not even that good here. Fractured Identity would be bad. That's bad. They discard Upheaval. Yeah, Upheaval is not very good against us here. So we don't get to draw an extra card again, but we can kill both of their Planeswalkers. Or no, we can't quite kill Nahiri, but this is fine. So take our draw. So let's go... Oh, we can kill both Planeswalkers. So we play Glorybringer. And animate the Raging Ravine. I'm going to send both at Nahiri. I want to kill this so they can't exile the Glorybringer. Then we will shoot the Narset. Make another beast. And pass. And they can, if they play the Time Twister, that's totally fine. Upheaval is gone. Fractured Identity is gone. I don't think they're playing Storm if they're playing, like, all of these sort of mid-rangey cards. Mindslaver is kind of... How good is Mindslaver? Not that good, I guess. But I would still prefer to find an answer to it. We have Pest Infestation, among other things. There we go. How much damage can we push, though? a lot. It's still got to be worth it to kill the pest infestation. Do we want to attack them for 4 or make max pests? Let's see. We will return. Fetch. Play it. Play another land. I think I will animate the Raging Ravine here. Attack them with everything. And then we'll pest infestation. Play this for 4, so we destroy their Mindslaver, we get 8 pests, and we'll pass. I don't really see a way they can win here with only 6 lands. Sweet, so we dominate blue-eye control in game 1. Their deck seems good. Fractured Identity is a hell of a card. I don't think we make any changes. Yeah, let's just run it back. This deck has felt incredibly powerful so far. And it's like a refreshing change of pace. We're playing like a kind of grindy value deck that's not playing blue. I'm going to keep this on the draw. We really want a fetch land to pair with this Exploration Crucible. If we find a fetch land, then it's amazing. We have 3 fetches and Strip Mine that would make this hand, like, unbelievably good, and then any red source would make it solid. Okay, so we'll play Exploration plus Elvish Reclaimer here. And if turn Brainstorm, okay. So, worst comes to worst, we can just, like, sack one of these forests to get a red source. But then, actually, we still can't do anything, so we really do need to hit land next turn. They just brick. Okay, that was a bad draw. We're just going to pass. And grab a Raging Ravine. Could grab Strip Mine, but I think I'm going to grab Raging Ravine, because we know that they're going to brick this turn. Oh, no, they're not guaranteed to brick this turn. Okay, I'm going to dash Ragavan, because I want to get another land. Or another mana source. Okay, so next turn we can play Crucible of Worlds, and then, like, this is the key turn. They have to do something this turn, or else it's over. Don't do anything this turn. Nice. Okay, so I'll grab land. Play Crucible of Worlds. And then replay land from the graveyard. And then our plan is to go end of turn, sack to grab Strip Mine, and then that will end the game. Even if they play something this turn, I don't think it matters. I guess if they disenchant this, but okay, yeah, that's not going to do it. So end of turn, sack Forest, grab Strip Mine. And then we can go double strip. Then we'll go replay Strip Mine again. Oh, whoops. Alright, slight misplay there, but definitely irrelevant. We should have attacked first, so we could have hit for an extra 2 points of damage, but that doesn't matter. Make a dude, swing for 1, pass turn. Opponent is conceding here. Oh, whoops. I think I just said GG's to his original GG. I don't like the preemptive GG, but it, like, I mean, it is obviously over. Okay. Play. Mountain. Glorybringer. Layla. At this point, we're just taking game actions. There's no losing line here. I think we already played our 2 lands, but that's fine. All right, we are cruising through this league. Yet to drop a game. See you in the finals. All right, we are on the. Oh wait, we lost again. So this is our 5th consecutive game, going second. Not ideal, but we'll make do. All right, this hand. I think this hand isn't too bad on the draw. No plays in the first 2 turns. Layla's not. Yeah, none of these cards are particularly good when we're behind. So I think we can mulligan this. This hand is way better. We do need a second green source though. I think we're going to be binning this Dryad. Ooh. Okay, let's just strip mine them. Alright, we'll grab the Taiga and play Soul Ring. Yeah, I think it's better to play Soul Ring than Eldritch Reclaimer here. If we draw a brick, it's a little bit worse, but the upside of getting to play Garrick next turn is so high. Signet, okay. Nice. I think I'm going to just get the Reclaimer down rather than make a beast. And then next turn we can play Plow Under and then untap 2 lands and use Reclaimer to grab Wasteland so we can hit all of their mana sources. So this is a key turn. We'll see what they can do here. Expressive. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted to see. Like a slow card advantage engine, and then we can just leverage these cards to a massive mana advantage. Escape the Wild. Good draw. Let's go land. Plow Under. Oh, misplay. Should have untapped 2 lands first to play around Spell Pierce. Luckily, it doesn't matter here, but that was lazy sequencing. We'll untap 2 lands. Pass, and then end of turn we can grab a Wasteland. Well, they play around the Wasteland, but we're still going to grab it. Or do we want to get Raging Ravine here? No, let's grab the Wasteland. Alright. We will play... Escape to the Wilds. And if they spell pierce this one, that's fine, because we don't know if we're going to be untapping lands, whereas last turn we did know that we were going to. Okay, good hits. We cannot play... Okay, they just concede. Well, that's nice. Oh, wait, we could play everything, because we have the Garrick still. So we could have gone Dryad into Crucible. Actually, well, I don't know. We won that game pretty handily. Playing against Jessica, I guess 4-color. They could be playing Omnath. We're on the draw again for the 6th consecutive game. Do we want to make any changes? I don't think so. Expansion Explosion could be good in some matchups, or in some situations. It's okay against Expressive Iteration, but I think we have a really powerful Game 1 plan. Let's just run that back. Depending on their exact build, some of these removal spells could be a little bit medium, but I don't want to just cut them all necessarily. It's not like we're overloaded on that anyways. We only have 2 cards that just hit creatures. Okay, we can keep this. We don't have a fetch land for the Wren or the Crucible, but good curve. We have both their colors. They're down to 4. They're down to 3. Okay, well, I was hoping for a more climactic finish, but a trophy's a trophy. I guess we shouldn't say a trophy's a trophy yet. They could have, like, land Black Lotus Time Twister. You never know in Vintage Cube. Copperline Gorge, go. Oh, wow. That was what we wanted. That was exactly what we wanted. I think I'm just going to fire that off here. Grab the Taiga. Signet, okay. They're fighting a good fight. That'll be a good draw next turn. But we're just going to go land. Run in 6. No need to play the Manamorpho. I guess we could Manamorphose in case we hit Soul Ring. But we can't even play Soul Ring here, so never mind. Yeah, let's just definitely do this. Hit for 1. Then next turn we'll play Pest Infestation. Great draw. So not going to mess around with any shenanigans here. We could play like Tireless Tracker, but I just want to keep them down on resources. Do they have the counterspell? I guess they do. Oh, Pestermite. Ha! Huh. Okay. Oh, wait, no, this doesn't actually do it. Yeah, because we had the Ren 6 still. So we could Ren 6 minus to ping. If their last card was Splinter Twin and they top decked Mountain, they could have won if we didn't have the Ren, but we do take that down. So let's pull up the deck list. That was a sweet league. This deck was unexpectedly phenomenal. This was our deck. It was basically red-green Ponza. We had one Nahiri that I don't think, or cast one time and didn't do that much. So basically red-green Ponza, never cast Oust. And it was phenomenal. We had a couple key cards that made us fast. So Soul Ring and Exploration. Between the two of those, we were going to be out of the gate with an early mana advantage most games. And then we had a ton of redundancy. We had 2 things to speed us up, 2 things to recur lands, and then 2 ways to blow up their lands. So that just made it a lot more consistent. And then if we're pressuring their their mana base and like ramping ourselves, then any one of these mid-range threats can close out the game really quickly. Garrick was pretty good. Just making mana every turn was very clutch. Layla won a game. Escape to the Wilds was consistently incredible. This deck was well suited to take advantage of it because we had so many ways to play extra lands and ramp into it. But this was basically just straight up like 5 mana, draw 5, and also ramp every time we cast it, which is really, really good. Yeah, I mean, that was like one of my favorite leagues in a while just because it was so fresh and unique and obviously quite successful. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.